From Southwest Detroit, deep within the internet's waste depository, it's the Shaggy Show! Shaggy Show time! Yeah! Today is a different stream. Today there is no Manny. Today there's no Justin, even though he's clearly sitting in front of me. But today is the day when me and Renee got something to say. Yay, yay! Yes! So we will answer all questions today in the chat.
We will answer some questions, and please don't take any of this as professional advice, as neither one of us are professionals in the...
If they ask some music shit, I'm a professional at that.
Okay.
Or if they ask some nursing questions, you're a professional in that.
No, I'm not giving help. My advice would be contact your medical provider.
Well, we got the hype train coming up. I'm not going to get too hype about it because it seems nobody wants this shit. Okay, Rumple 7 Mint says, so percent of what we see is Shaggy and what is Joey? Is Shaggy just Joey turned up to 11? You would be the one to ask. Oh, I think they're asking you
Yes,
that.
so what percentage of what they see? If you're speaking about on the Shaggy Show, I'd say a very large percentage is...
Me?
Him. It's Joey.
Yeah, I'm a dumb fuck.
He's funny, fun. We don't get that 24/7, of course.
Well, who does?
But no, I'd say there's always a little bit amped up at times, just because he's working.
Ampy boy.
They asked this question on one of Manny's streams.
Say what?
On one of Manny's streams, I think like a week ago, they asked the same exact question.
To Manny?
To Manny.
What was he like, man? He's lame as fuck.
Yeah, no. No, he said that you're a 10 at when just normal, and then like Shaggy is like a 15 to 20.
Huh. Uncle Buckle says, Ms. Renee, what was your initial reaction to all this Juggalo stuff, his job and us and all of it? You fucking, since you were a teenager.
Yeah, so...
Teenager.
I got my driver's license in 1994, and I drove a 1983 Firebird, T-tops. But the back window is huge. So I took myself down, my friend and I, drove down to Gibraltar Trade Center and got myself 2 stickers for the back window. They were both gold. One went all the way across the back window. It said Insane Clown Posse. And the other one was the Fuck Off cover. It was Shaggy 2 Dope. And that was when I was 16. And I was hardcore, loved the music, went to shows.
See, what you got to understand is, like, in, like, 92, 3, 4, 5, 6, we were fucking huge in Detroit. Like, fucking, we would sell so many records independently. Like, seriously, like 50 to 80,000 records just in the Detroit area, up to Flint and down to Toledo. That was, like, fucking never heard of back in the day. How we couldn't get a record label to fucking notice us. was even more, well, because of what we were talking about, and did nobody know what the fuck to do with us if we signed us.
In 1997 was when the two of us met and dated into like mid 99 or something.
Something like that.
After that, I didn't listen to music. Really, I kind of went through my 20s doing my thing, making sometimes good decisions, sometimes not good decisions.
Mostly not.
So
good,
back
man.
when in 2009, lots of bad ones. In 2009, when we ran back into one another and started dating again. So I'd say I got a bigger view of what Juggalos had become over the years. And I just loved the smiles, the positivity. That was my impression.
What, another hype train? Oh, hype train success.
Oh, yay.
I was like, wait a second. Well, wasn't successful enough to send this shit out.
So Renee's an old school groupie with love. Nice. Actually, I wasn't the groupie. I had a friend who was much more forward with others, and I met Shaggy through my friend who would
hollering at Violent J.
Violent J.
Right. So I was like, yo, hook me up with one of your girl's friends. You know what I'm saying? And voila.
And voila, besties.
Yep. Forever. If you got the questions about which one of my songs or albums, which I see is up there from Sloth X or whatever, aka Sloth, you'll never get the answer out of me for albums or songs, which ones are my favorites, because I love them all. You know what I'm saying? They're all my favorites.
Bullshit.
It's like fucking choosing children.
They are not all your
I know, but there's so many that are. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That I can't pick one. You know what I'm saying? I know what Renee's favorite song is. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Then you tell me if I'm right.
I know you know.
Yeah. Halls of Illusions. I don't know why I stuttered. Halls of Illusions.
It's the adrenaline.
Fucking this mega country star Toby Keith died, but I don't know none of his songs or nothing.
Yes, you do.
What do I know?
I love this bar.
I didn't even know that was a song. I thought it was the name of his bar.
No, that's a song.
Oh shit! It ended up going out of business, but
Yeah.
you know.
Should have been a cowboy. Should have learned to rope and ride. Yes, he did pass away from stomach cancer.
Yeah,
So
wow,
it was not unexpected.
Well, it was probably fucking super shitty. You know what I'm saying? Did you ever hear from Alex Abyss? What is he up to nowadays? I have no fucking clue what he's up to. Because as soon as shit went down back in the day when he bounced, some shit that we believe he set up, he just broke town, never to fucking get a hold of us again. And I'll just leave it at that, because heavy speculation, some very shady shit went down with all that. And yeah, and it wasn't good for anybody, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna get too into that because I don't know the full true story, only what I could speculate heavily on that all fucking signs pointed to. A lot of money was missing, that's all I'm gonna say. Gas Station Princess says, Shaggy, do you regret the song Miracles for how people mocked it? Fuck no. Let them mock. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the mockery. Well, like fucking somehow, our whole career, people have been fucking dissing us. You know what I'm saying? Like, on every angle. So that song was just one more fucking thing. We're so fucking used to it, you know what I'm saying? That no sweat off my fucking nutsack. Oh, yeah, fucking Carl Weathers died. Grief Karga from Mandalorian, High Magistrate. He was Rocky, Apollo Creed. Still no?
No, I got
you. Ever see Billy Madison?
I got
Chubbs? Oh, okay.
I got you.
And he was in fucking Predator. He was Arnold Schwarzenegger's boy. Nabor Skit says, was it difficult to stop drinking alcohol? Yes. It was very difficult. A lot of relapses, a lot of fucking DTs, a lot of fucking seizures, a lot of rehabs, a lot of detox centers, a lot of fucking violent fucking hallucination episodes, both auditory and visual. Fuck, man. Yeah, it was rough, man. Really rough. But once you get over the hump and your head fucking clears of all the fog and shit, there's no better fucking feeling. You know what I'm saying? Once you're out of it like that, and you realize you never want that shit again, and you don't think about it no more. You just think of, a lot of it has to do with fixing your mental health. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it has to do with that because I know I drank because my whole shit was fucked up in my head. You know what I'm saying? Among other reasons, I started real fucking young. You know what I'm saying? But once I started working on my mental health a lot too, you know what I'm saying? That's when it became a lot more easier for me to not fuck around with alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Because then my head was in a fucking a right spot for it. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't always plaguing my fucking thoughts. Because now all I think is like positive and forward thinking shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking deal with no bullshit, and I don't fucking I fucking be honest and tell the truth in all my endeavors. You know what I'm saying? And that avoids so much bullshit in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But yo, that's for me now. That's the only fucking way to live. You know what I'm saying? Because I could never go back to doing that shit I was doing before. So yeah, that it was hard though, man. Oh shit. 3 Mudcrab says DT's story. I had it scary. Fuck.
Wait, I wanted to add a little something to that.
To what?
When you were talking about kicking alcoholism.
Yeah.
He did have years after that where his addiction did switch to pills.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just he was done with alcohol.
Well, the thing was, I substituted the pills for alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first quit drinking,
Right.
I didn't do no follow-up shit. I did nothing to follow up with. I was just like, I'm done drinking. That's that. And I wasn't drinking, but then I started popping pills. You know what I'm saying? So that was just to fill in that gap. Now I don't do none of that shit. I'm fucking
Yes, Fort Lewis.
so good without that shit. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But yeah, DT story, man. Fuck, that'll take me all 2 hours of this stream, just like one of them. And the thing about like hallucinations from the DTs is DTs is what you get when you're withdrawing from alcohol. In case you didn't know, Justin. Yeah, like the shakes.
Delirium tremors.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But like I remember them as if they're actual memories that happened to me. It's not like, oh, that shit happened. It was crazy. Like it was so real when it was happening, like the hallucinations, that they're locked in my memory as actual shit that I went through that happened to me, you know? Because I did go through it. My mind, I saw it all. Everything was happening, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy shit. Really.
But
crazy
let's
shit.
be clear, he's been sober from pills for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And then he does actually go to AA meetings on a regular basis, not court ordered.
Yeah.
They're very similar to NA.
Yeah, it's the same-
Narcotics Anonymous is the same format.
thing. Yeah, same exact thing. Just and a
but
lot of
he
people are cross addicted. You know what I'm saying?
And he
So-
comes home and he's like happy that he went and looks forward to going.
And I go to therapy.
And he goes to therapy.
Yes,
that was I think that was probably the biggest thing for us was you finding a therapist that you clicked with, because it's not as simple as finding a therapist and you're in therapy and everything's great. It's just like anybody else. You have to vibe with
I learned
that
a
person.
lot in therapy, man. Just how to maintain like mental health shit and all that. Like I said, that's my number one thing to this. 2 things, like as far as like in my brain, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking protecting sobriety and mental health. You know what I'm saying? And they go hand in hand. So, you know, one fucking jacks the other one off.
Oh, somebody called me a Juff. It's so sad.
Damn.
Dang. After that whole story you told.
Right. Hey, you know, it's a good thing that I don't even fucking. I think that's the dumbest word ever and the dumbest shit.
We talked about it.
Unless you're Uncle Jeff, that is cool.
Cool dude.
Tasha Tapper wants to know: has Renee ever done any vocals or singing on any ICP albums or tracks? Yeah, you have.
Ooh, that's a good question, actually.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, yeah, celebrate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes. And Ronan did as well, right at the end.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Renee, I'm thinking about marrying a touring musician. What is the best and worst parts about marrying a touring musician?
I guess it depends upon what level, because either you're gonna be touring with your man in a van or with no hotels and stuff. I don't know. Go ahead. You gotta ask the questions.
Yeah, that would be something to think about. It would also depend on how much of your own schedule you have. For me,
And kids.
and kids. Yeah. For me, it was initially I would go on the road with him a little bit here and there, but I was still working, and then working towards getting my degree, my nursing degree. But really, it's the two of you need to sit down and establish your goals and your boundaries, and that's, I'd say, what do you think?
Yeah.
And also, he's coming from a place of a different perspective where he's been there, done that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the road for fucking years and years and
things.
years. Fuck 20 plus years. I've been on. I mean, I've been doing this for 30, but like 25 years I've been on the road. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
And it's not easy. We don't do it without arguing. There's plenty of fucking arguments.
Yeah.
There's plenty of neither one is willing to bend. And if he honestly, truly wants to do something, and I really don't want him to do it, he's probably going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like I said earlier, you can't control anybody else. All you can do is control your response to it. I have a question for anybody in the San Antonio area. Usually each of the Juggalo weekends, I get a tattoo. I need to find a few options of tattoo artists in the area.
Do you want me to show him a possible candidate for your tattoo this year?
Which one?
The one I just drew.
Oh yeah, this was cute. And I don't have any Hatchet Man tattoos or anything, but what I do have are hand drawn items that he has drawn.
There goes the ladybug boy. Oh, you can't really make it out with that. Maybe the dramatic. I don't know.
It looks
orange and everything.
that.
Almost. I mean, it's still like a little weird, but it's better than it has been.
Yeah, ladybugs
That's the best
will
it's gonna get.
release
Yeah.
a toxin from those spots if threatened.
I released toxin from my spots too. I got all these like fucking like white spots all over my legs from the psoriasis I had.
People are surprised you don't have a single Hatchet Man tattoo, Renee.
Yeah, I just don't like. We view getting someone's name tattooed on you, aside from your children,
Yeah, it's one of those fucking.
one of those bad luck things. So,
Bad
and I
omens,
kind
yes.
of associate. I view that as just the same as if I were to get his name.
Yeah.
So I choose art drawn by
Yeah.
my love, my bestie for the resty.
Oh.
I was gonna ask.
Somebody
you how.
did get me on this one. Technically, Shags did draw the Hatchman. Very true. But what I mean is the art that the tattoos I have, he drew specifically for me.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck, man. I definitely want to send my condolences to Tier Diaz. His cat, passed away,
Oh,
and he was down by law with his cat. He like made raps and shit for it about him
so
and all
sorry
that.
to hear that.
He used to do like the cat raps and all that.
I
Did we have
typically
a
say
name?
the same thing to people when they've lost a pet. And it's I mean it about people as well. Yeah, just may the memories of all the good times carry you through these dark times. And that's
Yeah.
all you can hope for.
Hey, a pet
memories
is a
with
member of
them.
the family. If you have it, since it's, I mean, some people are like, oh, I gotta get rid of this dog. I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about those motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Hey, fucking, how do you say it? Condolences, right? Feel horrible for you, brother.
To answer, yes, I have seen a lot of people pass away in my line of work. When there were days that I didn't have my own patient load, I would make an effort to go sit with patients that clearly were actively dying. A lot of people will, you could view it as regress, but they'll mention seeing family members but usually if they're no longer speaking, but they still have vital signs, I'll just maybe hold their hand. If they're getting very close, you just tell them it's okay and hold their hands.
Fucking 210 kicked. He said, speaking of hospital shifts, have you gone to hold crack babies again? Remember we were talking about crack babies?
Oh my gosh.
Now she's getting real.
Yeah.
I want to hold babies.
Crack babies?
I don't care. Crack babies need love.
They sure do. They
At least you're open
probably
to calling
need a
them.
hit of crack.
At least you're open to calling them crack babies now.
That's what they are. Fucking crack babies. There's probably like
No,
mad
but
fentanyl babies and heroin babies.
Before she got mad at us, I remembered. the whole.
Crack baby's a crack baby. I don't even remember.
Maybe I'm
what
not as
context we're
stressed
talking
out
about
today,
crack babies.
Justin. Sometimes when I'm stressed, I'm a little more, hey, that's not nice.
We should have a crack baby.
I have asked you about adoption.
No. We should have a crack baby. So you start smoking crack, right? Hey, Shaggy, where did you guys get the voice samples for the Dead one? Were they from existing trackers you guys scripting? Man, we used to fucking just, well, mostly me, in the studio. I would just fucking sit there and listen to records and just crate dig and just pick through the fucking records and find shit. So basically, them were just like fucking like old Frankenstein records from like the 60s and like Dracula records and shit like that. I think the Dead one, was mostly a fucking, an old ass Frankenstein record. But there was a band that we used to fucking sample heavy, like a 60s band, with a psychedelic like band from England that we used to sample a lot. But there's some samples from them up in there and shit. Yeah, their name was Gong. Who gives a fuck? What do I care? I think we said it before. Oh boy. All right, well shit, it's past 10 o'clock. Wait, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 1 minute. Look at that. All right, huh? All right, well, it looks like we might be doing this again at Renee's convenience because I do this twice a week regardless. But yeah, so until next time, may the force be with your dad's undercarriage.